Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another episode, another edition of hashtag mods in the scratic. That's a scrappy attic, if you were just now joining us and wondering what the heck a scratic is. This is basically a scrap busting ephemera challenge hosted by me, Priscilla, at Release the Craftin. I'm just reading it. But it's where we're making ephemera bits out of our scraps and stuff, getting the scratic cleaned out for the new year. And today is day 6. The prompt is splatters, so let's make a mess. That's what we're gonna do today for sure, is definitely make a mess. I have this idea, a concept, and I don't even know if this is gonna work. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to pivot, which is fine. But I have these little strips of muslin. I got them at the thrift store. I don't know what they're for. I think they're for waxing, but they're muslin and it's fabric. And we're just gonna start out with 3 and see how this goes. Okay, I'll save the rest of those for later. But I also have all these architecture rub-ons, which I've had in my stash for a decade, a century, a lifetime. And yeah, I don't use them very often. I love them, which is part of the reason I don't use them very often, is because they go on like butter and they're just delightful. So we're just going to randomly pick out some and see what happens. I'm going to see if I can get this rub-on to transfer, because you can get these on a lot of different surfaces. So let's see if we can get it on these surfaces. Look at that octopus, isn't it great? So I think I'm going to look for some of the big ones, and we'll see. These are old, so they might not even work anymore. I don't know. I mean, I've transferred them to wood, so I can't imagine that, like, muslin's gonna be that much harder to do. They come on parchment paper too, which is just so nice. It's so satisfying. But yeah, I mean, we're 5 days down, day 6. How you guys feeling? Are you feeling confident about your scratic? Are you looking at all the boxes and stuff, being like, all right, we're making a dent. I see some movement here. I see some traction. Are you getting lots of ideas and inspiration? Because that is also the goal here. Ooh, I like this big old Eiffel Tower. This is the only downside, is that it's such a big sheet that you gotta maneuver to use it. And I could just lay it down and start going at it, which I have done on some occasions, and it does work in like small sets, but when you have like a bigger piece and you're going for it, all this starts to rub off after a while. So like, I don't want to damage them, because like I said, I love these. But yeah, I have been feeling very inspired, which is a great thing. I have not had a hard time thinking of stuff I want to try out and play with and use, which is good. For this particular challenge, I know that sometimes can be challenging, especially when it's like a big 30-day thing, or this is 31 days, because there's 31 days in January. But like, you know, when it's a big thing, it starts to get a little bit like overwhelming to think of all the stuff you gotta do, and then trying to find the inspiration and do something different. And then after some point in time, you feel like you're like one-upping yourself because you have to like top it every single time. That's not the case. Not for this one, okay? You could definitely shut your talented, overachieving brain off for this one and just sort of have a good time playing around, trying out some new things, trying out some old things. You do not have to break the mold to use up your scraps. The idea is to use up the scraps. Is that all I want from this set? It's all the tall ones. The tall, cool ones. Well, let's start with that and then see what happens. Ooh, folding this up is also a bee. Here's the only downside. If they had made these like single sheets, like little pull-out single sheets, with like a multi-pack of several sheets, this would have been invaluable. I probably would use them a lot more. But this big size sheet does make it a little cumbersome. I don't even know if they still make these. I don't even know if 7 Gypsies is still around, to be fair and honest. I have no clue what's going on. Can I fit it all in there? No. Not unless I, like, do something weird. And I'm not trying to do anything weird. I'm just trying to get these on here. So what do I have to rub on with? Ooh, I have a popsicle stick. Big deal. But it's at the bottom of this little basket, and my fingers are not the most proficient. I need tweezers to get my popsicle stick out of the basket. That's so goofy. Here we go. Tools. So we're gonna see if this works. I feel like it should. I see ink transfer happening. Where it's going is a good question. Oh, I feel pretty confident. Is it overconfidence? We'll see. We'll see. I am having to press pretty hard to get this on here. But I was having this whole conversation with my coworkers because they're like, why do you keep reaching with the hand that is all banged up and bummed because my wrist is all jankety right now. And I'm like, I've been using this hand for 38 years. It's the smartest hand I have. My other hand is stupid. Doesn't even know it's supposed to reach for stuff. So, like, when people hand me things, I'm like, eh. And they're like, why do you use it? I'm like, I don't know. Because I don't know how to use the other hand. Which is funny. So, like, yeah, I have to get into the habit of trying to reach with my other hand first. And it's just not, it's not happening. My left hand is my dumb hand. And I mean that affectionately. It's there to, like, carry heavy stuff, provide assistive support. You know, it's just like a big dumb guy. Whereas my right hand is like a smart, sassy little woman who's like all about the business and getting stuff done. And she just got this like big old himbo dude that's there to like support. That's how this is. It's not there for thinking. It's there to look good and help out when it needs to be. And so yeah, I gotta trade him up a little bit. Especially if I have to give surgery. Like, they did tell me that the surgery used to be like a 6-week recovery thing, but now it's only 2 days, which is crazy. But also I'm relieved because I was like, I cannot be out 6 weeks. If I have to be out 6 weeks, then I have to put this off until the end of this challenge, until I finish all my videos, because I have maybe made a commitment here. But they did say 2 days, so I was like, oh, okay. 2 days I can manage. 2 days is a workaround. 6 weeks is a nightmare. I don't even know what I would do with myself if I couldn't use my hand for 6 weeks. I'll fall down and die, honestly. What do you think? Oh, I still see some image here. And I'm not really worried about getting a perfect transfer either. More so a background. Look at that. Oh, snap. It looks so good. That's even a better transfer than I thought. Like, it looks better than if I stamped it on here. I don't really know what this ball is, but leave no man behind. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, these are toys. Now I feel like I need to go do the whole pack. So do we do them all on the same one? I should make a collage of these, because there should be an image running all the way down. How do I want to? Do I want to pop this in here? And then, et voila. I think that'll be too busy. So we'll put this on a different one and then work our way around that. Ooh. How is this the coolest, most tedious thing I could have thought of doing? Is there a smarter way to do this shape? Perhaps. Let's see. Okay, I'll do this one with you guys, and then I will cut away and finish the rest of them, and then we'll come back and make our splatters, because otherwise this is going to be a 7-hour video of me slowly rubbing on rub-ons. Oh, this is so cool. I am so excited that I decided to pull this out. Like, that was just one of those things where I was like, I wonder if, and my wondering has paid off. Which I think goes well with what I have been saying about just like getting your stuff out and having a play, because did you guys know this would work? I didn't know this would work. I mean, I hoped. I felt reasonably certain. But I didn't know for sure. And now I do. And, of course, I will also be getting off of here to go look and see if they continue to make these. Because I don't think 7 Gypsies exist anymore. To be fair, I used to buy them when they were at Tuesday Morning. Buy a bunch of 7 Gypsy stuff from Tuesday Morning, and that might be why they don't exist anymore, because Tuesday Morning also doesn't exist anymore. But if they were hitting the Tuesday Morning shelves a lot, that means Tuesday Morning was like a secondary retailer, where they would like resell stuff that has no longer like, you know, like has been pulled from circulation, you know, like it's no longer on the shelves. But instead of sitting in a warehouse, they would send it off to this like big box store. Oh, that's a horrible sound. Look at that. That is great. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna jump off, finish these up, get some more interesting patterns, look through the other ones I got here, and we'll come back. Okay, so that took quite a while, quite a hand arm strength. So I ended up switching to my bone folder, to this like blunt edge, and that was so much faster than trying to do it with the little tiny popsicle stick. So yeah, so let's make our mess properly now. So what I want to do is stain these with various inks in various splatters. I have some water, and we're gonna like spray in big blobs here on the mat, so we can get splatters and not spray. Does that make sense? I don't know. And then I got my re-inkers out in a couple colors. I got Rusty Hinge, Forest Moss, Scorched Timber, Old Paper, and Vintage Photo. So I'm just going to drop in a couple of drops, like here and there and about places, and on my thumb apparently, for some reason, because I hadn't stained myself yet. And to attempt to aim for the piles of water. And then we're just gonna splash some stuff in here and see what happens. Didn't I spray water here? Yes. Let's see. And then because I want a little bit more movement, I'm just going to give it like a little spritz over top, so now we can get some of this moving. Maybe a little more than a little spritz, because that is a lot of re-inker. We made a puddle. So, let's splatter. Okay, okay, and I'm not worried, because you see like there's a resist action happening. I don't know if the lighting is good enough. The sun is starting to set, but there's a bit of a resist on it, but it's also like not the focal point. So I'm not worried about it not having like everything clear to see. But there is a little bit of resist happening here. Do I set it down into the ink on the other side? I'm going to catch it where it's running off the edge of my desk here, because that was an absurd amount of water. And come on back now. I'm gonna see. I do know that like this is gonna dry lighter than it looks. I don't know how much lighter, so we'll find out together. Okay, and then I don't want to waste this ink. So let's see about getting some paper scraps in here to pick that up. That's a big old scrap. Apparently I inked on that at some point. Huh. Oh, that's just a thick guy. Here. We'll get some ink on these, and then we'll just have some cool painty papers with little bits of muslin string stuck to them. Some little inked up papers for other projects. Yeah. What else? This is not the only splatters we're going to make. We're making a splatter with our ink, of course. But I also want to make other, more profound splatters. So we'll get our inks and stuff out, too. Get some color variation on this guy. What's going on here? There we go. That's better. If I could not have made a bigger mess if I tried. What a silly thing to do, but still worth it. Is this appropriately inky? Did we get it? Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, lift this up. I'm not going for clean. I'm going for less wet. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. So I'll spread this out because I do want it to be flat. I know as much as that. But I like it already. Since I was using my fingers without a thought or a care in the world. And one more. This one has a nice dark spot. Ooh, now it just looks like it's part of like the original fabric though. I kind of love it. Do I want to hit it with some coffee to get the rest of those non-colored edges? Maybe a little bit, I kind of do. Where's my coffee? If you were the coffee, you would of course be on the floor. guess we're making a different kind of splatter now. I know I could have left it with the white spots and had some negative space there, but no. Plus, this coffee just smells so good. I think I want like a coffee perfume. Girls at my office have been getting like really into perfume lately in a way that's sort of interesting and strange. So they're all like exchanging perfume, talking about perfume constantly, buying up all this perfume. But then like it's all that same kind of like florally musky perfume, which is not my vibe. I actually really like I like woodsy scents, so like sandalwood and pine and mahogany type stuff, oak. I like wood scents, and then I also really like citrus scents. So I'm always looking for stuff that's like sandalwood and orange and squeaky glass. Let's see if we can get some of the moisture out of this before I attempt to dry it. Yeah. Oh, a lot of the moisture out of this. Yeah, so I like, I like a different type of perfume. I like petrichor, the smell of rain. I like those kind of things. So I always look for perfumes like that are woodsy. I look for woods that are like perfumes that are woods. Perfumes, words are really hard, that are like dirt. When they're like graveyard dirt. I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I want to smell like. And then they're like, and jasmine. And I'm like, okay, all right. A little flower never hurt. I do not like a rose perfume though. And I definitely don't like a musk perfume. I don't know what it is. It's funky. It's funky and it lingers. Which I guess is the vibe. But anyway, look, these girls have gotten so into perfume that they have like contaminated the office space. It has become a biohazard space of smells. And it's just been wild. Do I want to dry this before I add more splatters, or do I want to splatter and then continue? You know what? I'm going to dry it, and then we're going to come back. Okay, so delightfully dried and splattered. Even the backs are pretty cool. Also, I just realized I forgot to put my nails back on. They popped off, and it's fine because look what I've done to my fingers. These are coming off, and they're going to get redone. Anyways, I gotta think about what else I want to do with these. And there's things I could do. But now it looks like they're printed into the fabric. Isn't that cool looking? Like they were meant to be there. They were part of it this whole time. So I was thinking, perhaps, well, first of all, they need to be backed onto something because this is just a floppy piece of a floppy piece of fabric. So, I do have some old little scrappy bits of file folder, which are, yeah, approximately the right size. They just need to get a little trimmed down. So let me get some of those in there. I think we're turning them into little belly bands. Okay. I understand now how the coffee ended up on the floor. Or the coffee spray ended up on the floor. So that's the sound of me doing the spider check, because one time I opened up my cutter and there was a spider inside the handle, so now I spider check. So, how wide do I need these to be? I don't need to go edge to edge, but what's that? 2 3/4. So like just a fraction of a hair under. Because I want there to be a little edge. So 2 5/8. Ooh, sorry. I wonder what I was doing with these. I don't know. It doesn't matter. make smaller scraps. That's what matters. Actually, let's bring those back. And we will cut this off. And we'll cut this off. Go this piece, and okay, you can't see there. Let's glue it down while we think about what we're doing. I'm thinking, a little cluster in the middle with one of our moths, and then we'll add some more splattery bits on there. Ugh. Okay, get it later. What I need to get is a pair of pinking shears, because I don't have those, so I can replicate that effect. Although I guess for the top it doesn't really matter, because this is all straight edged anyways. I'm going to trim it down just a little bit, and then we're going to tatter it up a bit, because that is too clean an edge for what we've got going on here. There we go. And we might as well give the bottom a little run for its money too. Be careful with your fingers when you do this. I know that, some of you guys comment on my videos and you're like, you always make me so nervous with your fingers. I make myself nervous with my fingers. So please, be more careful than I am. Please, please, please. I do not want to hear anything about oh, I ended up in the ER because I followed one of your videos and injured myself. I cannot be held liable for any damages you occur. That's for legal. Joke's on me, I am legal. So anyways, what I was talking about before I cut away was that, whatchamadoodle, so yeah, the whole office is full of perfume smells. That's what I was talking about. And it is like a war zone in there. It is a scent-based war zone. Because they used to just spray a bunch of body spray, which was bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible, because body spray dissipates fairly quickly, actually, in an open space like that. But good quality perfume, which is what they've gotten into, is nice quality perfumes, that lingers. That lingers in a way that hurts my soul. And it's kind of interesting because my desk mate, my little desk buddy, my friend, and I are both asthmatic. Although I think my asthma is the more severe kind. And we're both sitting there being like, every time somebody sprays a bunch of perfume, and we're like, do we have to? And they're like, but it smells so good. Which, it's fine. I'll just lie on the floor and die. It's okay. I wouldn't want you guys to not smell good. I would hate for that to happen. I mean, you gotta smell good for my funeral. You know what I mean? So, it's a little goofy. They're silly. They're silly girls in that office. But at this point, I'm like, do I need to start getting into, high quality perfume so that it becomes, not cool and it loses its fun? Also, if I get stuff that's, graveyard dirt and petrichor and just musty smelling, musty and old paper smelling in the office, will they then finally stop? Will the madness cease? I don't know if that's the case, but I kind of secretly hope that that is the case, because yeah, it's a little goofy. But I mean, it's not super harmful outside of the fact that we're choking to death on perfume. It's just one of those interesting, like, fads that kind of go through this office, because these girls definitely jump on the hype train for whatever one person is doing. So if someone's doing a juice cleanse, suddenly they're all doing juice cleanses. It doesn't last. Nothing lasts in this office. But, like, it's just kind of funny to see them go through all these different stages of, like, what they're interested in. And for the most part, they don't really inconvenience me that much, except for this particular one with the perfume. I was like, oh, okay. This is the worst thing you guys have collectively decided to be into. And, thanks, I hate it. But I guess I can say it does smell really good. I will say, though, too, I had, like, a chemical accident at my old job, and I had lost my sense of smell for several years, actually. I couldn't smell anything, and if I could smell something, it was just ammonia, so, like, it wasn't great. And I slowly started to get my sense of smell back. So, like, I could smell stuff that was, like, really, really strong and overpowering for a while, and then, actually, funnily enough, after I got COVID, my sense of smell started to, like, really recover, so I could smell, like, fainter scents and stuff like that. But some things don't smell quite right to me. So there's, like, certain flowery stuff that smells like skunk and onions, and it just smells so bad. And I know it's, like, flowery and floral because it's the perfume these girls are wearing. And I'm like, ugh, skunk. So there are, like, a couple of girls who have skunk perfume in the office, and I'm like, please stay far away from me because this is atrocious. But it's just, like, a weird, like, olfactory thing with my nose. Like, it doesn't perceive scents in the correct way anymore because of what happened. But honestly, I'm not mad about it because I couldn't smell anything for a while there, so I am just generally grateful to be able to smell again at all and be able to enjoy it, like that coffee smell, because coffee smell is probably one of my favorite smells. Okay, what did I say? We're gonna make a little cluster. Out of what? Dig through my box openings. I have ephemera, more ephemera, bigger ephemera, skinny ephemera, and leaves. I swear I have another size. And moss. Itself, didn't we have a medium-sized leaf that would have looked really great on here? I feel like we did self. There's a small size. That's the tatted ones. Those are the large ones. Where's the medium? Aha! Aha! Medium found. Okay. So let's figure out what our focal points are here. I already see one I want to use. I'm determined to use. Oh, yes. Yes! Do I want a big specimoth? Yes, I do. I do want a specimoth. Ooh. Oh, that's tempting, but no. What else do we have? Yes. Well, that was a fairly easy selection. Okay. I'm thinking, like, starting with a tag base. You know, like, it's gonna cover up a lot. I could go sideways. It would work on a page to go sideways. I could also go off to the side. What am I doing? Do I also want to juxtapose? I also want to juxtapose. up here in this section where there's nothing interesting. Oh, I'm gonna cover up that lady. She's fun. I don't know what this is. It's some kind of ball jar with like little tiny balls in it. I should have shown you guys before I dyed it all up. And then there's like a hand crank, but there's also this like little thing of water. If you guys know what that is, tell me. And then, yeah, this side I'm okay with covering up. Okay, let's see. That is definitely going to be our base. So we'll get that stuck down and inked up. Not necessarily in that order. Come on, it looked so cool when I did it the first time. Ugh. It's cool that both sides of this are printed. It does mean if I decide to turn these into like a page flap or something, it'll still be nice to look at it from that side. Nope, I can only be cool one time, that's what it said. Okay. I'm gonna stay here by my side. It was like 74 degrees today, but it was like overcast all day, and it was weird. It was just so like muggy, which is strange because there's no rain in our forecast. But this is item number 975 on more of my complaints on why it's heinous to have 70-degree temperature in December, because it's December when I'm recording. And I know that you guys are watching this in January, so if it is still 70 degrees in Texas in January, I'm going to be mad. It's going to be 70 degrees in Texas. Or put it on the wrong side. Son of a biscuit. That's okay. Oh wait, it's the wrong side for everything. No, this is the right side. We're just going to cover up the words, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Nothing really matters. This side. I wanted to see the gramophone a little bit. And less of the weird hand cranky machine. I don't know what it does. Okay. Alright. So now I'm thinking... now I like this. Let's see what we can get on here. It's a really interesting little ephemera set, and I'm surprised I have not used it for other things. I kind of like this big piece of paper. As like a base piece, yes. I don't want to be super precious about this. I want to just sort of get some stuff on here. And then decide from there where we're going. It's a big old piece of ephemera. Let's see, got some other big pieces. Where's my tool? couple of the big pieces inked up and then go from there. With some smaller stuff and some leafy stuff. Ooh, a map. That's fun. Okay. Did I ink this one? Or did I imagine I was inking it? I think I imagined it. We're not being precious. Stay right there. Do not overflow onto my stuff. Is this the right one? This one. Okay, that one's the same color. So do we want this or the map? Ooh. The map is kind of a look. I like the map. The map. Don't sing it. Copyright. This is what my creative process looks like, though. I hate to break it to you guys. That's probably why I get so self-conscious about doing these long-form videos, is because I just sit here and sing to myself when I don't have anything to fill in the gap with words. I don't have any clever things to say, so I'm just going to sing songs and IP to you. That is intellectual properties. Yeah, we're committed. This is me. I don't want to be precious. Also me. Oh, but I don't want to cover this up. There. And then let's see. We'll get a layer of florals in. Decide where we're going. What the direction here is. Okay, thank you. So maybe this. Something like that. Do I want to ink it or come back over with a wax? I want to come back over with a wax. Am I at the stage where I can use my regular glue now? Because I don't want to use up all my Fabri-Tac on this. I think we're good. Or we'll find out, and then I will regret this decision later, probably. Maybe? Hopefully not. It's just, Fabri-Tac is expensive. Not that this glue is not also expensive. I guess it's just not, like, I guess, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. The perceived value is that this is less because I get more and it lasts longer, or does more work so it runs further. That is the right side. Okay, if you're going to keep clogging, we're going to fight. Alright, that's the first layer of leaf. They don't necessarily have to match, but I would like the bottom ones to match at least. For this one, we'll use a nice big one. Yeah. Okay. I guess I never asked. How did you guys' holidays go? Did you have good holidays? I don't know how my holidays went yet, to be honest. This is definitely being recorded in the far future for me. I just realized that I'm going in the same directions. Oh well. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm about to find out. We're very close to it. In fact, we're a day away. I'm about to find out. Can I change up the look just a little bit? I know I think, like, one of the hardest things about doing mixed media is having to accept that you are going to cover up something. And it's probably going to be the thing you worked pretty hard on. And to that I say it's all part of the process. So, like, you know, you might be like, huh, but I worked so hard. How can I do this to myself? But do it. is what I can say. Because it's all part of the process. It will add up. Every layer matters and comes together pretty nicely to the final product. And sometimes you just need to, like, build a base layer that you know is going to get covered up anyways. Just to get yourself, like, in the creative mindset with your, like, creative juices flowing and doing the things they're supposed to do so that you can get to the final product. So sometimes you just got to, like, get your hands in there and play around a little bit so that your mind can, like, relax and get into the vibe of creating. So nothing is wasted in the process. It's all part of the process is what I'm trying to say. Do I want to? No? Go this way. Okay. Next layer. And then, do I want more this type of ephemera? Because, like, I could incorporate a clock. That's cool. Let me look for some neat pieces. Oh, I kind of like this. Is there another photo in here? Or another interesting little guy? Oh, we got this guy. That's cute. Well, now I need another photo. What the heck? Ooh, ooh. There's a little tiny one. Oh, this one has the Eiffel Tower. Well, now it's lost. Well, maybe right there works. And then we'll use this one for this guy. Because, you know, like, do I want to incorporate him? Or do I want him sitting on top? I want him sitting on top. Ooh, but kind of, like, maybe? No. But, you know, like there. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Let me just give this some distinct lines here. I'll roll this up. I gotta get better at narrating what I'm doing. I think that's the problem, is that I'm not good at that. So let's see. Put that there. And then I said here, here. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the rest of this. Don't worry. Do like this up here. This guy's gonna sit here. So we could Yes. Oh, this is fun. Kind of like this already. Maybe we'll roll up this edge since I kind of rolled it anyways. For the textures. Okay, and it needs another piece. So what am I thinking? This is going to be here-ish. And what else can we get in here that's, like, noteworthy? A tinier tag? Okay, yeah, I like that. Oh, I like the little photos. Now it's telling a story. Like these moments captured in time, or moments on a trip or something. I do like that a lot. And then, what else we got here? Got our little specimoth. Moth. I don't know why I want to keep calling them moths. Moth. It's moth. Enunciate. You dunciate. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it the other way. Ink a little bit. Fold it this way, like it came out of somebody's pocket. You know what I mean? Like, yes. This well-worn, well-loved photo of these three guys at the Eiffel Tower. Well, this, like, yeah, 3 kids and a dude. Probably their dad or grandpa or somebody, I don't know. It's part of the story. So I'll go there. Or actually, maybe I will come lower with this one. Let me see in the camera. So something there-ish? Something there-ish. What do we have? That would look cool right there. Ooh, a little letter. Yeah. Some more like memorabilia from this trip. I love it. This suddenly became like a travel thing. And that wasn't the intention, but I guess with like the landmarks and stuff here, that was inevitable. Okay, so let's think about another layer of green and how that's going to look. If this is lower down here, I don't want that right there. Now we can be a little bit more precious because we're getting to the last little bits, right? We're getting to the nitty-gritties. I like that. This is such a pain to glue, though, because it's... Come on. It's so fine. Come on. Do-do-do. This is also a die I don't cut out very often because of this. Although it is very pretty and definitely worth it. But weeding dies is my least favorite thing to do. In fact, when I was like taking the day to cut up the scraps and die cut them, by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, I don't even care if they're weeded anymore. Like, just put them in the bag. You can weed them when you're crafting with them. Like, you can figure it out then. Because I was so over it. But I was like, I never want to see these again. But I started out with good intentions. You know, I was sitting there poking all the holes out of everything and making sure I got them all weeded out and cleaned up nicely. And then I was like, I don't even care. I don't even like these. I don't know why. Like, you think it'd be something like meditative. I could just sort of like lock in and shut my brain off or something, but no. I definitely want something else right there because I feel like that moth is just sort of floating. But let's see. I could go What could I go with? I was thinking, because this one is a little bit more dynamic. You know, it's got a little more movement to it. Could maybe, without covering up the family. And then we'll add another bit of ephemera there, I think. Because, yeah, it does look like it's floating a little bit. So let's see. Oh, I love this already. We haven't even gotten to finishing touches or anything yet. What other bit? Oh, there's a class book. Which would look kind of nice here. Would you be able to see class book, though? Oh, you could, if I drop it down a little bit. Yeah? Now it's like a class trip? Like a group of friends from school all went together? I kind of like that. So yeah, I guess we are putting this little story together. So we got like a dad and his 3 sons who went to Paris. They wrote a letter home to mom, maybe. I don't know where I had this. And maybe like the dad kept this photo for a very long time and then it got collected. And then here we got like a group of friends from school who all went on this little trip together to the beach. Yeah, I like that. And then we got this like nice mom and her son. Or maybe it's a grandma because she's got glasses. Maybe you guys can see that. Her little glasses. So maybe she's a grandma. And she had like a fun day taking her grandson out. Not doing arithmetic, that's not fun. It was like a memory in time. We need another leaf. Another leaf. Do we need... something there, obviously. Something's got to go here. But do I like that? No. No, I don't. Let's try the other direction. Like if I put them off here, do I like that? Maybe I don't like this leaf. Maybe that's the problem. Something more sticky? Sticky outy? Ooh. Ooh, okay. Alright, I do like that. And then we can think of another piece of ephemera for that spot. Nico, what are you doing? Oh, did your blankie turn off? I know that's what happened. Hey, baby cat. She's so sweet. Her blankie is off, so she's come to inspect what I'm doing and step on stuff until I go turn it back on. She's a little heating pad I turn on for her. She's my old lady cat. So let's see. Ooh, it's a little 50-cent piece. Kind of slaps. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, and then I think we're at the point where we can get these moss on and then tuck in a little bit of ephemera here and there. So what I will do is not glue their wings down so I can tuck stuff underneath if I need to. Oh yeah, I like that. I kind of like coming this way a little bit more. Yeah, so we'll stick their little bodies down. We'll ink them up first, and then we'll stick their little bodies down. And then see what else we can tuck under here. So, okay, I just didn't make you guys watch me, like, ink them up. I didn't think that was super interesting. So, like I said, we're going to get their little bodies down. And then we'll see where we need more leaves and ephemera bits tucked in before we glue their wings down. And we'll get a little sentiment on here, and this will be good to go. I did do the whole body. Wanted to make sure. I mean, I kind of here, but I want to see class, or see part of class, enough to know that it says class. Okay, this one doesn't actually have a body. We're just gonna glue a line down. And this one will definitely need a sentiment because it does not stand out that much on its own. It just sort of looks like it's more part of the stack, but I like it too. It adds to things. Okay, so let's get this now. Oh, I forgot what I was going to do with these, and now it's too late. Oh, well. I was going to foil tape these and then ink them up with some alcohol ink and then add them to the background. I'll do that for something different. Not a big deal. But I thought it would be fun to have like a metallic like element in the back of these, and I totally forgot. It's totally fine. We'll use some gold ink and add our metallics in that way, and then with some wax, I think I'll wax up some of the leaves a little bit. Because it definitely needs a pop of color. It's all very samesies. Tiny bits of ephemera, which I'm not going to use because I'm going to use tinier ephemera. So first we need our ephemera that looks like a line. Where can this go? This already has a number. Ooh, do I not like the line ephemera on this? No, I do. I don't like it underneath the moth. That's what conclusion I came to here. That cool piece got lost in the sauce entirely. That's totally fine. It is what it is. I don't think it needs numbers on numbers. So, we'll come back and give that a letter. I do like that. Oh, I like that too. Maybe a little bit. Okay. Oh, I like this little part one. That's a little cute addition to their story. These are so fun. Let's see. Oh, I've been sitting in this chair for too long. I can feel it. I can feel it. Definitely gotta wrap this up because I need to stretch. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for stick ephemera. Ooh, we left a man behind. Tiny ephemera. And maybe a black leaf or two? I don't know. I might be getting too crazy here, but let's see. Yes. I don't want to do like too much, but I don't want to leave a bunch of gaps, I guess you could say, in these little clusters. I want them to look like stacked up ephemera. Like something you would find in a scrattic, perhaps. What do we think? I do like the pop of color. Although, ooh, the pop of color. Yes. Anywhere else? No, I think that's it. Oh, where'd you go? She just jumped through the desk. She likes to do that. There's like a little outlet, a little hole underneath the bottom of my desk. She likes to jump through it to get out to the other side of the living room. There's plenty of ways to walk around, but that is her preferred method. Yes. I love this. I love how these are coming out. And then maybe this little label one. The way in which I got so filthy in this project. Ridiculous. Hello. Are you now just... You're just running through it. Okay. I thought she was coming to say hi again, but no, she's just coming to jump through the little opening again. Do I want to? It feels like I should have made that flesh. Ugh, now it's stuck. You know? Okay, I don't hate it. I just hate that exposed edge. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. And then does that fit? Oh, it fits right there. Using a little bit of green does tie in the forest moss that's in the background a little bit, so that does work. And let's see. Oh, I like this. Does it go on top? Okay. That'll be our little color element. And then something round. I think the script is fine. This is better. Yes. Okay. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I wish I could hear. I feel like this should be like a live. I feel like I work a lot better with a live because then I can like bounce off of the stuff that people are talking about in the comments. When it's just me, I'm like, there's nothing going on behind these eyes, or behind this screen, I guess we could say, more appropriately. So let me just entertain this thought. You know what though? I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but is it enough? I don't know. I don't hate it, but do I love it? Low key though? A little bit. Well, not on top of their faces, Priscilla. Otherwise you ruin the whole storytelling part. I don't love this. Okay, well wait, I like that better. But maybe not this guy. Maybe the ferny guy? Okay. Okay, wait. Something is happening in my brain chemistry. Ooh, I kind of do. I kind of do. Hold on. It might be growing. What do we got? One of these guys. This is a chunky guy, though. I wonder if I could get it, like, under here. Oh, I could. Yes. Okay, hold on. I like this. I like this. I like this. I don't love that. I'll fix that. Hold on. Okay. Okay, yes. 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 Okay, so this is fun. I wouldn't have considered mixing up these two colors normally. Oh, you went outside. I see. Just talking to my cat. Oh, you didn't go outside because I shut it. I shut the screen, not the door. Obviously, because you can hear all the sounds of the world outside. I swear it's so quiet here until I start recording, and then everyone's like, you know what, I do need to go take my car out and rev my drag engine out there all of a sudden. Then we can glue the wings down. Because I'm done tucking under. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Let's see. We're almost done. I am going to add some more splatters, of course, because that is the prompt. I did not forget. Although, now that we're at this stage of the game, it looks like I forgot. I do like these are the same as the base ones, giving it sort of a, I don't know, like a callback. Oof. What else can I talk about right now? My neighbor is smoking. It smells disgusting. I want to shut my door. It is kind of ruining my good weather vibe. I also just realized that I've probably been mumbling in so many of these videos. So apologies for that. It's gonna keep happening. But I'm sorry about it. It's hard to glue like that. Hold on. What else? These would be nice with like a metal embellishment too, but I want to finish. I want to finish. Okay, glue these guys down. I definitely think we're gonna have to use my bigger grungy word snippets and not like clippings. I think those will be too small. we definitely need something to, like, tie these together. Finish telling our story. Ooh, okay. Those are great. I love it. I love it. Alright. What did I say? I said we're going to add some metallic. Where's the gold? There it is. I'm just going to go very lightly. I'm not trying to change the color. I'm trying to add just a bit of, like, reflection. But also some, like, what's it called? Difference? I want to say differentiation, but that's not right. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't roll off the tongue like it's correct. This will just very lightly catch the details on the black one too. Why not? I'm never upset about having more metallics. Okay. So the leaves look like their own entity. They're going to catch some of the light. Like so. I don't know if you guys can see. We'll see it in the final shot. What am I looking for? Le paintbrush. And the lid for this. Where's the little needle? Here we go. Ooh, I am glad that I didn't fix my nails before I started recording. Now that I'm looking at my hands. Oh, I need to wash my hands. I would have been so mad if I put new nails on and then just stained the heck out of them. Oh well. Weirder things have happened. Okay, coming away from things I don't want stained. And we're gonna come in here and add some more splatters. Oh, that was a big old glob. I am being heavier than I normally would. Not with this big old glob, though. That's upsetting. It's okay. It will definitely pick up the ink and get, like, absorbed into the overall design here. There we go. Ooh. Okay. So we got some more artsy splatters here. Gonna work off some of that white so that we can dip into the black. And all that. I don't think I'm gonna go add the gold splatters. I think we have just enough gold with like the little hints of the wax. I was gonna come and add some gold splatters to this too, but I don't think I'm going to. I should have got my paper down because I'm going to be picking little splatters off of everything. On this mat. Picasso. Okay, I'm just going to stick that whole brush into that little pot. I'm so mad I've had to wash the whole brush. Okay, I'm going to let that settle for a second. I'm going to pick out some words. Make sure we don't have paint on our finger. If I stick my finger in here. Where is our words? Dude, I had such cool stuff in this box. I honestly feel like I could craft out of this box forever and I still wouldn't get every single thing like that I pulled out for this particular challenge. I would not find everything. Ooh, so we got this side up. So I kind of feel like that works for this. I don't want a figure and number. Confidential, no one. Got a collection. Okay. Classified. That makes it very fancy. Enter here. Oh, certified? I don't like this up top. Like right there. I like it right there. Yeah, I do. Okay. So we ink. And we glue. Oh, I put my glue away like I was done too. What a goofy goober. Oh, how funny, there's like splatters in the grungy words. I was so confused. I was like, how did I get the splatters on the top? I didn't. They come that way. I designed them. You think I would remember? I did not. Okay. Let's see. Do I want this here? 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 Ooh. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this lady because I like it right here. Goodbye, lady. Ooh, I love how these came out. These are so fun. So do I want it here? Or here at the bottom? Here? Here at the bottom. You're right. Although I could have probably stacked it over that number and it would have been fine. Little leg cramp. Are you laying in your little bed? Oh my gosh, so cute. There we go. Because I'm setting like certified mail. You see, there was a whole thing, a collection of friends. This side up, like a positive spin on things. Yes, that's where my brain is. Do you know where else my brain is? I do want a metal component. Oh my god. Into the Brad box we go. So maybe in gold to call up that gold element we added with the wax. But that means I gotta dig. This is the box of Brad's that Smokey upended, jumped onto it one day and knocked the entire thing onto the floor. I don't think I've ever been madder in my life. But I never went back to go sort everything out. They used to all be like separated by color and size and everything. They were in groups that made sense. And yeah, he upended it and then I never fixed them. And so I have to dig through them every time. But every time I do it, it makes me think about him. So I guess it was worth it at the end of the day. Is this gold? No. You know why? Because I'm looking in the dark. So I'm trying not to set it down right onto the surface here. And I can't see because the lighting is so bad. How long are you going to make them watch you look? The answer is the limit does not exist. Oh, I found it. Okay. I found a star one as a backup, but I couldn't find its buddy. Okay, so we're going to punch these through and we're going to be done. Because I'm done. Emotionally and physically, my bottom is ready to get off this chair. I need a new chair, I think. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Using the word as my guide for what center. Ooh, that just slid. Do not stab your fingers. Okay, I'm going to do the one. I'm going to cut away. And then you guys can see the finals in the final look with my inky, gross fingers too. Because I'm not going to get up and wash my hands. I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to get up and wash my hands when I'm done. I'm never having to sit down again. But that's one. So we're going to come back and do the rest. Okay, so that is it. That is the final product. Look how cool these are. They came out so great for splatter. I absolutely love them. I learned that I could get these rub-ons onto fabric. I got to try out some new stuff, tell little stories here. Oh, I love these. These came out so cool. How cool is that? So fun. Such fun makes. What I will say is that I will come back and add a little bit of washi tape or a little piece of paper over the back of these brads so they don't get caught anything when they are belly banded down to something. But otherwise, yeah, that's everything. That's what we made for Splatter. So come back tomorrow, see what we make for the rest of Moz and the Scratic. I forgot. I was gonna say Povember, you guys. Okay, obviously tired, so I gotta get out of here. But yeah, come back and see what we make for the rest of Moz and the Scratic for the next day. Check out the hashtags, see what everybody else is making up to, and make sure that you use the hashtags so that I can see what you're up to when you're making stuff, because I want to see how you clean out your Scratic. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. I appreciate your faces. Happy crafting, and goodbye.